Building self accountability when you're trying to change your behaviors or your habits around food is really important. And tracking is a way to do that. But apps can be labor intensive, time consuming, and for some clients, outright triggering, making them feel kind of obsessy or really shameful when they like eat something that doesn't add up or their numbers don't add up for the day. So here's what I do with my clients: three options that aren't apps so that you can track, build some accountability and consistency, but do it in a way that works for you and is sustainable for a little bit longer term. Now, keeping in mind that the goal here is progress, not perfection. So, whether you're using an app or a gentler mode of tracking that we're going to talk about here, you're looking to hit about 80 to 90% of your goals 80 to 90% of the time, not 100%. I do this for a living and I don't eat or drink perfectly. We need to leave some room for some planned treats and some human moments in order for you to build consistency over time so you can lose weight and keep it off or get enough traction to really heal your gut issues. So take into account that you're going to want some good stuff and you are truly human, and that's okay. You can still get the results you want. Let's dig in. Before you pick one of the three options we're going to talk about, I want you to think about what two or three things you're going to track. And so, yes, we're going to look at tracking your food, but when we track food, we want to think about what is important about that data. So typically, I have clients pick two or three things max to focus on. That might be getting protein at every meal. It might just be getting protein at breakfast. Maybe it's adding veggies at lunch or veggies at all three meals, getting enough water, maxing it out at one treat a day or three a week. Think about some really specific changes you want to make. And those are the ones at the end of the day you're going to go, did I do that? Was I successful? Or do I need to change something or come up with a plan? So, two or three focuses, practical and actionable, that you can actually see, are you on track that 80% or not? Now, the first way that I have clients track is just an old school written food diary. So, this is where you write down all of the foods. So, your major meals, the oatmeal and berries and coffee and creamer you had, but also that random Timbit you ate in the office at lunch or the thing you grabbed after dinner. Bringing portions in if you want to, but you don't have to. And typically, I also ask clients to track how they feel. So, how is your energy day to day? If you have gut issues, is a great place to track bloating or reflux or bowel movements. But connecting that how you feel to what you're eating is really important. And if you're here for weight loss specifically, tracking hunger and cravings is also great for finding patterns later on. So, write down all of the foods, even the not so good ones, and even the little bites. So, don't skip those little bites in the office, the stuff off the kids' plate. Just be honest about it. It's not bad or good. There's no morality. Now, with a written food diary, you're looking to be as complete as possible, but whether you include portions or not is up to you. The second option is a photo food diary. So if you don't like to write things down, or tracking it and like writing it in a note in your phone just doesn't appeal to you, or you're really busy, this is an option I use with clients who are more visual or who are just so slammed for time during the day. So literally all you're going to do is you can, with your phone, just take pictures of every bite and put them in an album and label them like by days or months so that you can just scroll chronologically through those days and look back. It's really easy, it's super quick, it's really simple to implement. There's also apps like Nourishly where you can do that within an app without having to look at numbers and stuff like that, but it saves it in one place. So you can get a little more techy if you want, but you can do it old school and just use your phone. The beauty of this is you get to see your plate balance, up close, and it sometimes doesn't feel as judgy or like moral as like writing down portions does. We're often much more kind of reasonable and objective with ourselves when we can just see the visual of it. I love the photo food diary for my busy clients, or for the ones for her writing is just kind of triggery for getting obsessy. And the third and last way I have clients track that has nothing to do with an app is a daily reflection. So instead of tracking anything about food, at the end of the day in like a journal or an ongoing note in your phone, you're going to ask yourself three things. So, did I hit my goals for today? Did I get my protein in all three meals? Did I get my veggies at dinner? Did I drink my water? Yes or no to each of those. What's one thing that went really well? Like, oh my God, I said no to those donuts when I already had a treat planned, and that's the first time I did that. So, what's the win for the day? Really important. Don't skip that. And then the third part is, what would I do differently if I did today over? Or what do I need to plan for tomorrow because it didn't go so well today? And this is coming at it from a problem solving. So we are changing the focus from just dwelling on how bad something went to like, okay, that didn't work. what am I going to do next time? So, getting into a problem solving mentality about food and body is one of the top ways I get my clients to be more consistent. So, did I meet those goals? Yes or no? Those top three you picked. What went well, even if it's itty bitty or really big? And what would I do differently next time? Or should I change or plan for tomorrow? What's the action to get more consistent? So it's writing each of these down at the end of every day, something you can see or have a little reminder on your phone to do it at the end of the day, a notebook beside your bed. That daily reflection can be a really powerful ad because it keeps you mindful without you micromanaging every little thing during the day. So this works really well for those of you who might have a more challenging relationship with food and body, who tend to get really obsessy or who are really hard on yourselves. It's a really nice ladder into other forms of tracking as well, if that's something you're challenged with. Now, I want to, with all three of these, or even with an app, I also encourage you to take a look back at the rest of the week. So Sunday nights go, how did it go? Do I notice any patterns? When I started eating breakfast at 11 because I read that article on intermittent fasting, oh my God, am I craving chocolate every night? That's a pattern to notice. So it's a really nice way to just look back at the week and get that big picture detail, which is quite honestly more important than nitpicking the day to day. And no shame here, just problem solving. How do you make it better? What's the next step? Where do you need support? And remember that goal is progress, not perfection. You're aiming for 80 to 90% of those goals, not 100. Every week, plan treats, human moments. We need to make space for them, whether that's weight loss or gut health. And a last note, if you know that having someone on your team really helps you, so staying on track nutrition and health and body, both mindset and what you're eating, I would be thrilled to support you. And if you are a current or a past client, get those follow-ups booked. That's what I'm here for. And if you are new here, I would love for you to reply back. I'll send you the application and we can start chatting about what program might be best for you. I hope, as always, you have a happy and healthy week.